Alright, come on in. Hit the like button, think about subscribing if you're ready. You'll hear welcome to the channel, but most importantly, welcome to the Viking family. So this is my personal opinion / review for the 2020 Netflix film called The Old Guard. Now, to be clear, this is a revisit review because I first reviewed this within the second year of this channel. I started in the mid of the 2019. But I don't remember a single thing about this. And I thought since the sequel, we're finally the sequel comes on July 2nd, this week, I thought I would do a revisit to this. Especially because, again, I don't remember anything about this. Maybe like a couple things, like briefly, but that's about it. But here's the plot, so if you're interested. A group of centuries-old mercenaries with ability to heal themselves, who have been secretly protecting humanity for ages, when their powers are exposed, they must fight to protect their freedom and prevent their abilities from being exploited. Now here are some of the casts. So, like I said before, I didn't remember anything about this, maybe a couple things. So it was like watching this for the first time. And honestly, it was fantastic and fun to watch. The history aspect through it, this showing how old each character was, and how they all met in different timelines. And also, I just, as a history lover, I just love the aspect of what they did with it. But along with the fact that they fought with modern weapons, but they also have at least a weapon of their time period. However, I personally thought the look of the axe used by Charlie's Theon character was dumb, but also the prop looked too fake, so that could be it. Or maybe it's just so far out there. This is actually based on a comic books or graphic novels, whatever we call it. From what I remember, when I just remembered looking at getting some stuff ready for the an intro of this. So it that kind of has that feel of it, and it does have that feel of comic book like slight light layer to it. But it also kind of feels like it feels more like a comic book film that's more in a slightly more violent version of the Marvel universe, I guess you could put it. And yes, I know they're not Marvel or DC. I think they're like Dark Horse or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. But yeah, her character though was super badass in every fight scene. That's surprising. Now, I'm personally 50-50 on how I feel about the other female lead. Something about her was off. It could easily be the actress acting in general. Now, the villain was played by Harry Milling, who, for us that grew up with Harry Potter films, he started out as Dudley, a very unlikable bully character, compared to a lesser-known, or somewhat lesser bully and well-known character in the Harry Potter franchise compared to, say, Lucius Malfoy, which both actors, fantastic, and honestly, you don't see him much in this film. I mean, not in this film, but I mean in the Harry Potter films, but he's iconic enough because he was Harry Potter's bully. But that's why it's actually surprising me that how well good of an actor he is. I don't know if what's going on with that in his career, why he's not in more like huge films, because he's actually very phenomenal. His character's a little bit annoying, kind of a bratty type of person, but yeah, it's fantastic. And I think I've seen him in 2 other films, other than the Harry Potter films. Now, the action was very well done and mixed well with the storytelling portion of the film. It was a little long of a film, to be honest, but was either way very fantastic to watch, very fantastically shot, and had such great quality. And as that being said, I was actually surprised by how well done the CGI was when it came to the healing of the wounds for a 2020 film, on top of it being a Netflix film. There are films, from my experience, and it could just be that the ones that they bought from overseas or something, but there was not all of them that were like that, where the CGI was actually really bad, and it has been for the past 4 years. Their shows depends. I can't recall anything other than in the past 4 years where the CGI was actually good or bad when it comes to series. But yeah, their stuff has been very questionable quality-wise. But here's my rating. I'll come up with my final thoughts. The one thing that I did remember when revisiting this is that I did like it. However, I don't remember how much to the point that I liked it. And I don't remember the critiques. I believe there's some critiques at the time, but I don't really have much critiques other than the look, style of the and how unrealistic the prop looks of the axe, which again is a nitpick. The length of the thing is a little bit longer than it should, but not by much. But either way, I had such a fun time watching this. I highly recommend it. But leave your thoughts down below. Remember, I love you all. Please stay safe. Spread the love, most importantly. Skull.